Okay, guys, Al Casanova, the real estate comic. So I've been posting these comedic stories. My friends always ask me, like, what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you doing stand up? So I posted a couple stories in the last couple of days. It got some traction. So here's another one that's more personal than anything else. So I'll try to condense it as quick as I can. For those of you who know me, know my wife and I, for many, many years of our first, 15 years of marriage, we were trying to have kids, and it just never happened because, well, the reason's irrelevant, but we had to go through in vitro fertilization to have a child. And we did a lot of tests and we did a lot of things, and I tried to have something surgically done to me to make it happen, but it just never was in the cards for us to have children early on. So one day I'm doing a private event at a house for an embryologist. Now I look up embryologist. I must have spelled it wrong because I'm seeing all stuff with needlepoint and crocheting, and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking up an embroiderist, idiot that I am. So then I retyped embryologist, and I saw what they do. They inseminate eggs and get people pregnant. Well, the party is at an embryologist house, and it's a private event. There's only like, I don't know, 15 people in the living room. Basically, I'm performing for a small group of his friends. And when you do a small group like that, you really can't do material, quote unquote. You really have to work the crowd and get intimate with them. So I did. And there's a guy in the front row striking, like, really sharp glasses, Italian, thick accent. His wife next to him, gorgeous Brazilian girl with, pretty well endowed. And obviously they're right in front of me, so I'm addressing that and kind of roasting her and him at the same time. And people are having a great time. Long story short, at the end of the show, I go see Mike, the embryologist, and I tell him my problem that me and my wife are trying to have kids, and we can't have kids, and that we went through operations, and nothing's working, and blah, blah, blah. He said, well, you really shouldn't be talking to me. You have to talk to Dr. Vidali. And I said, well, who's Dr. Vidali? He said, well, that's the guy you were making fun of in the front row with his wife all night. I said, oh, okay. So I go to Dr. Vidali, and I introduced myself after the show, and he's got all kind of praises from me. Very thick Italian accent, loved my act, thought I was funny as hell. His wife loved me. And I was telling him the problem that I can't conceive, and it's not my wife, it's me. And he said, don't worry about it. You come into my office, I'll take care of everything. And I says, yeah, but Doc, you don't understand. No insurance company's paying for this. We don't really have the money to afford something like this. Oh, you'll come into my office, I take care of everything. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's a language barrier. This guy really doesn't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's a quack. Long story short, I go to his office on Park Avenue in Manhattan. And he's got 6 Hasidic women sitting on the couch at 8:30 in the morning waiting to see him. He sees me, comes out of his office and signals me and my wife back. So we go back into his office. We have a quick consult. He said, no, what about anything? Your husband and you are going to have a baby in 9 months. So forth and so on. And sure enough, 9 months later, my wife gives birth to my daughter. So how about that?